Hi, in this video we will cover setting up ideas question type. This is from expression of ideas type, so this does not concern grammar. On your official SAT, you're likely to see 2 to 3 questions that look like this. Which choice most effectively sets up the list of examples in the next sentence? Or like this, which choice best establishes the argument that follows? Your job will be to pick the choice that best prepares the reader to receive and understand the information that comes after the prompt that has been given to you after the selected lines. So what are the tips and strategies? Number one, match purpose. What is the purpose of the information that you're setting up? This is super important. A, is it supporting evidence? The best setup might need to restate the point being supported. B, is it a counterexample? The best setup would refer back to the previous idea and introduce the new idea. Number C, is it the answer to an important question? The best setup might need to ask that question. Identifying the purpose the information serves will help you to figure out how best to introduce it. Number two, match ideas. What is the information that you are setting up about? Is what follows a list of examples? The new setup might need to tell us what the list provides examples of. B, is the idea that follows attached to a specific person in the passage? Then your setup might need to introduce that person. Is what follows a comparison? Then your setup might need to provide the first idea being compared or contrasted. This strategy works no matter what idea you're setting up. Just get rid of the choices that's not directly linked to the information that follows, right? So let's look at a practice example. This movement, called the Great Migration, would transform urban America and recast the social and political order of the country as a whole. In particular, Detroit, Chicago, and other Midwestern industrial cities experienced significant demographic changes. Which choice most effectively sets up the examples discussed in the following sentence? So we have A, no change; B, the social and political order of every city it touched; C, how people interacted socially and politically; and D, the social and political order of everyday life. Right. So if you go back to our tips, the first tip that you see here is what follows a list of examples. Then your setup might need to tell us what the list provides examples of. And if you look at the question here, it's similar. Which choice most effectively sets up the examples discussed in the following sentence? If we read the following sentence after the underlined part, it says, in particular, Detroit, Chicago, and other Midwestern industrial cities, right? So we can see that the examples are the names of cities. So the setup should concern city as well. It should mention cities, it should introduce cities, and then the following sentence is an example of cities, right? If you look at our options, option number B is the only one which mentions city, right? So the option B is the social and political order of every city it's touched, and this is the right answer as well because it sets up the prompt really well for the subsequent examples that come after it. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we will cover another topic.